China, a land where myths breathe, mountains speak, and time itself seems to slow. Across this vast realm, wild nature and ancient civilization intertwine like threads of an eternal tapestry, painting scenes that defy imagination. Here, landscapes are not just beautiful. They are alive, pulsing with stories whispered through wind and stone for 1,000 years. Step into the mist-covered town of Fenghuang, where river waters glide beneath weathered bridges and lanterns cast golden reflections of forgotten dreams. Journey deeper, and Wangxian Valley unveils itself. A place so otherworldly it feels painted by the gods, where nature guards its secrets in silence. And when you reach the Yandang Mountains, look up. Temples cling to sheer cliffs as if holding on to heaven itself, their chants echoing softly through the centuries. This is not just travel. It's an awakening, an invitation to lose yourself where history breathes and nature dreams. Each destination is a hidden world of wonder, waiting for you to uncover its secrets. Get ready for a journey into timeless masterpieces, where the beauty of China will not only leave you breathless, but touch the deepest corners of your soul. Gao Yiling is a rare geological landscape shaped by Danxia formations, where red sandstone has eroded for millions of years, creating knife-like ridges, steep rock walls, and long, wave-like mountains. From the top, at about 1,640 feet high, visitors can see deep valleys, red rock forests, and colors that change naturally throughout the day, making it feel like a surreal world. What makes Gao Yiling special are its narrow, steep ridges that offer both thrill and peace in every step, while still keeping the raw purity of nature. A legend says this place was once the resting ground of a giant heavenly dragon, whose body turned into these red glowing ridges. On stormy nights, people believe they can hear the dragon's roar rising from inside the mountain. Some early morning hikers have said they saw a soft glowing light floating along the ridge like a silk ribbon, with no clear light source. This is called Longguang, a sacred dragon light said to appear only to pure-hearted people chosen by nature. Mount Amei, located in Sichuan Province, China, is one of the 4 sacred Buddhist mountains in China, known for its stunning natural beauty and deep cultural and religious significance. Standing at about 167 feet, Mount Amei attracts visitors not only with its majestic mountain ranges, but also with its fresh air and diverse flora and fauna. The landscape here is unique, with dense forests, winding paths, beautiful waterfalls, and ancient temples scattered across the mountain slopes. One of the highlights of Mount Amei is the Golden Summit, where visitors can enjoy panoramic views of the surrounding area. This summit is one of the most famous spots, offering a spectacular experience as visitors stand high above and look down on the misty valleys. In addition to the breathtaking natural beauty, Mount Amei is also known for its ancient temples, especially Baogui Temple and Wanyan Temple, which hold significant historical and cultural value. These temples are important pilgrimage sites for Chinese Buddhists and honor the spiritual values as well as the connection between humans and nature. Culturally, Mount Amei is an important Buddhist center where Buddhist followers have made pilgrimages for centuries. The temples and statues here not only provide a sacred space, but also represent the deep connection between Buddhist culture and nature, making it a sacred and unique place for spiritual seekers. Mount Fanjing, Fanjingshan, is located in Guizhou Province, China, and is one of the most famous tourist destinations known for its magnificent natural landscapes and rich biodiversity. Standing at 8,400 feet, Fanjing Mountain is covered with dense forests and towering limestone peaks, creating a stunning landscape that attracts visitors for exploration. The surrounding landscape of this peak is a perfect combination of majestic nature and tranquility. In addition to the towering peaks, this area is famous for its rare plant life and wildlife, including the Guizhou snub-nosed monkeys and many species of plants found only here. These unique animals and plants have made Fanjing an even more appealing and unique destination, and it has been recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. This makes it an ideal place for those who love the combination of wild nature and spiritual culture. According to legend, Fanjing Mountain is where Buddha Maitreya attained enlightenment and where the land is pure and sacred. This story has been passed down through generations and is an important part of the spiritual culture of the area. Phoenix Ancient Town is a prominent destination in Hunan Province, China, known for its unique natural beauty and long-standing culture. The landscape here is very special, with ancient wooden houses closely lined along the Tuozhang River with old bridges crossing over. Phoenix Ancient Town is also distinctive with its old stone streets, where you can stroll and feel the peace and tranquility. Especially in the autumn, when the leaves change color, the town wears a new golden robe, attracting visitors to admire the view. The combination of natural scenery, ancient houses, stone bridges, and old streets makes this place one of the most attractive tourist destinations in China. In addition to its natural beauty, Phoenix Ancient Town is also famous for an ancient legend. According to the legend, the town was named Phoenix because the image of the phoenix always flies here, bringing prosperity and peace to the land. The local people believe that the appearance of the phoenix is a sign of prosperity and peace. This legend adds to the cultural value and mystique of Phoenix Ancient Town, making it an ideal destination for those who love the combination of nature and culture. Wangxian Valley is a famous valley known for its peaceful and mysterious beauty, with deep roots in Eastern culture. The name Wangxian means looking at immortals and reminds people of old stories where wise spirits appeared here. The valley is surrounded by winding limestone mountains, clear streams, and green forests with cool weather and light morning mist. The buildings in the valley, like rest pavilions, viewing platforms, and stone paths, are made from stone and wood in a classic style that blends with nature. Each season brings different beauty, from bright spring flowers to quiet golden leaves in fall. Today, Wangxian Valley is a popular eco and spiritual travel destination where people come to relax, learn, and find balance in modern life. Lanxian Scenic Area is located in Hunan Province, China, known for its magnificent limestone mountains and pristine natural beauty. Lanxian is one of the areas with unique limestone terrain, featuring steep cliffs and sharp mountain peaks, creating a stunning landscape. This area covers about 116 square miles and offers a perfect combination of mountain ranges, waterfalls, and lush forests. Trails through the forests allow visitors to easily reach the high mountains and admire the breathtaking scenery. One of Lanxian's special features is its strange limestone formations, shaped over millions of years of erosion, creating unique and fascinating shapes. Lanxian holds deep cultural and spiritual value. The area is considered a sacred site, home to many ancient temples. Lanxian is also connected to various legends and historical events in Chinese culture. The temples and ancient ruins here are places of worship and also attract those seeking peace and a connection with history. The stunning scenery combined with the sacredness of the ancient temples. Longmen Grottoes is one of the greatest Buddhist sculpture sites in China, located along towering rock cliffs beside a river. Here, thousands of Buddhist statues are carved directly into the stone, creating a magnificent work of art in the middle of nature. Some statues stand over 55 feet tall, with every facial feature and hand gesture showing majesty and serenity. When the sunlight shines, the statues cast shadows on the cliffs, creating a mysterious and sacred atmosphere, as if taking visitors back in time. What makes this place special is the perfect harmony between mountains, rivers, and religious architecture. The winding river below the cliffs highlights the solemn beauty of the ancient caves. Stepping inside the grottos, the air is cool and silent, with only the echoes of wind and water bringing a sense of peace and spirituality. The reason these Buddha statues were carved here comes from the deep devotion and strong belief in Buddhism of ancient dynasties. More than 1,000 years ago, this place was chosen as a Buddhist center, symbolizing divine protection for the empire and its people. Emperors of the Tang and Northern Wei dynasties ordered the creation of these statues, hoping to bring peace and prosperity to the nation. For the Chinese people, this is not just an artistic wonder, but also a symbol of the connection between humans and the divine. Today, Longmen Grottoes remains an important pilgrimage site where people come to worship, pray, and seek peace within the majestic natural surroundings. Hukou Waterfall, located on the Yellow River, is one of the most famous waterfalls in China. The waterfall is about 98 feet wide and 66 feet tall, creating an impressive sight with water cascading from great heights onto the rocks below. The surrounding landscape is a combination of steep cliffs and a powerful river, creating a majestic environment. During the rainy season, the water level rises, creating a massive water column that makes the waterfall even more powerful and vibrant. This scenery makes Hukou Waterfall a perfect destination for nature lovers. When visiting Hukou Waterfall, tourists not only get to witness one of the most beautiful waterfalls in the world, but also have the opportunity to immerse themselves in the mystical and spiritual atmosphere of the place. This waterfall is associated with many legendary stories in Chinese culture. According to the legend, Hukou Waterfall is the birthplace of a god with boundless power who could control the flow of water. These stories make the waterfall a destination that is not only attractive for its natural beauty, but also offers a deep connection to the culture and beliefs of the local people. Zhangjiajie Wulingyuan Tourist Area is a famous tourist spot located in Hunan Province, China, about 31 miles northwest of Zhangjiajie City. This area stands out with towering sandstone columns with strange and unique shapes forming majestic mountain ranges that cannot be compared to any other place. These columns range from 200 to 1,000 feet high, making the landscape here magical and attractive to visitors from all over the world. In addition to the columns, the area also has beautiful waterfalls, lush primeval forests, and deep gorges, creating a wild yet vibrant natural space. The scenery of Zhangjiajie changes with the seasons, with spring and autumn being the best time to visit. Spring brings a cool atmosphere with the fresh green of the trees, while autumn is bright with the yellow and red of the leaves. What's special is that there are famous glass bridges here, including the longest glass bridge in the world, offering an exciting experience as visitors can enjoy the view of the area from above. This area has been recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site because of its unique geological and biological value. The conservation of this area aims to maintain biodiversity and study the geological processes in the region. In addition, this area also reflects the culture of the ethnic minorities living here, helping visitors understand the connection between humans and nature. Yandang Mountains is one of the most breathtaking natural wonders in China, located in Zhejiang Province. Formed by volcanic activity millions of years ago, this area is famous for its towering cliffs, majestic waterfalls, and peaks that stand like pillars reaching the sky. It is a perfect destination for those who love exploring nature and experiencing its raw, mesmerizing beauty. One of Yandang's unique features is how its scenery changes throughout the day. At sunrise, the first rays of light pass through the mist, painting the mountains in golden hues, creating a mystical landscape like a fairyland. At night, moonlight reflects off the rocks, adding to the dreamlike atmosphere. Waterfalls cascade down cliffs hundreds of feet high, forming streams of white water that are both powerful and poetic. Beyond its stunning beauty, Yandang Mountains is deeply tied to spiritual legends. Since ancient times, it has been regarded as a sacred land where monks and sages sought enlightenment. According to local legends, on quiet nights, the sound of chanting can be heard drifting through the mountains, as if spirits from the past are whispering their wisdom. Some believe that reaching the summit allows them to feel a unique energy, bringing peace and tranquility to their souls. Yandang Mountains is not only a magnificent natural sight, but also a place filled with spiritual significance, attracting those who seek serenity and the hidden wonders of nature. The Leshan Giant Buddha Scenic Area is located in Sichuan Province, China, and is one of the largest and most prominent Buddhist wonders. The giant Buddha, standing 233 feet tall, is carved into the cliffside of Mount Leshan, overlooking the confluence of the Min, Dadu, and Qingyi rivers. This monumental structure is the largest stone Buddha statue in the world. The landscape around this area is truly impressive and captivating. Surrounded by towering mountains and lush forests, the Leshan Giant Buddha offers a peaceful and tranquil atmosphere. The Buddha stands majestically in nature, with a wide view of the rivers and the surrounding land, creating a beautiful natural scene. Spring and autumn are the best times to visit this area when the weather is cool and the trees are lush and flowers bloom. One of the most famous stories is about the monk Haitong who led the construction of the Buddha. According to the legend, Haitong decided to build the Buddha to help reduce the flooding in the area and protect the boats traveling on the river. This story is deeply humanitarian and is also the reason the giant Buddha became a symbol of protection and peace. Yungang Grottos, located in Shaanxi Province, China, is one of the most important cultural and artistic wonders of the country. Carved into the cliffs of Wuju Mountain, Yungang Grottos consists of more than 53 caves housing over 51,000 Buddha statues and other sculptures. These statues vary in size and shape, ranging from small figures to colossal works that stand up to 56 feet tall. The carvings reflect a unique blend of Central Asian, Indian, and Chinese artistic styles, creating a distinct feature of Yungang Grottos. The landscape surrounding Yungang Grottos is equally impressive, with towering cliffs and a mysterious natural environment. The caves are carved into the cliffs of Wuju Mountain, creating a perfect blend of nature and human creativity. This setting not only highlights the sculptures, but also gives visitors a sense of serenity and solemnity. It was an important Buddhist center during the Northern Wei dynasty, where followers came to worship and seek enlightenment. The sculptures in the caves depict scenes from the life of the Buddha and deities, reflecting the Buddhist beliefs of that time. The construction of these caves served not only religious purposes but also symbolized the spread of Buddhism in China. Shenangjia Ecotourism Area, located in Hubei Province, China, is famous for its majestic natural landscapes and rich ecosystem. This area is covered by towering mountains, with peaks reaching up to 1,000 feet and vast virgin forests. The scenery at Shenangjia is very unique, with mountain ranges covered in lush green vegetation and cool weather year-round. Clear streams and beautiful waterfalls in this area create a pristine natural environment filled with mystery. Additionally, Shenangjia is known for its biodiversity, home to many rare species such as pandas and golden monkeys. Especially, winding trails in the virgin forests are ideal for those who love exploring and enjoying the beauty of wild nature. Shenangjia is not only famous for its natural beauty but also holds significant cultural and spiritual value. This area has long been associated with many mysterious legends and myths, with the most famous being the story of the snowman, a mysterious creature believed to live in the deep forests. The local people believe that Shenangjia is a place where deities reside and protect, bringing peace to the community. The stories of guardian spirits protecting the forests have been passed down through generations, making this place not only an attractive tourist destination but also a sacred place for the locals. The Tianshan Tianqi Scenic Area is one of the most breathtaking natural destinations in China, famous for its crystal-clear lake nestled among towering mountains. Tianqi Lake sits at an altitude of about 6,400 feet, surrounded by lush green forests and snow-capped peaks that remain white all year round. When sunlight hits the surface, the lake reflects the blue sky, creating a dazzling sight like a giant jade gem in the heart of nature. Especially in winter, the lake completely freezes, turning the entire area into a stunning white landscape. The Tianshan Mountains surrounding the lake have peaks that rise over 6,400 feet, forming a majestic contrast to the calm waters below. The air here is always fresh, cool in summer and chilly in winter, making it a relaxing place for visitors. Beyond its natural beauty, Tianqi Lake holds great cultural and spiritual significance. In Chinese culture, this lake is called the Heavenly Lake, as ancient people believed it was the dwelling place of celestial beings. Pilgrims who come here believe that the lake's water has the power to purify and bring good fortune. Today, besides being a famous tourist attraction, Tianqi Lake remains a place where visitors seek peace and experience the mystical beauty of both nature and ancient traditions. Mount Mian is one of the most beautiful mountains in China, located in Shaanxi province. This place is famous for its majestic mountain ranges, lush green forests and fresh air, creating a stunning natural landscape. The highest peak reaches 8,370 feet, covered year-round in mist, giving it a mysterious and dreamy appearance. In spring, Mount Mian is covered in vibrant green foliage, accompanied by the chirping of birds, bringing a peaceful atmosphere. During autumn, the entire forest turns golden and red, transforming the mountain into a breathtaking, natural painting. In winter, the snow-covered peaks reflect sunlight, creating a spectacular scene like something from a fairy tale. Since ancient times, it has been regarded as a retreat for wise sages seeking enlightenment and harmony with nature. People believe that the spiritual energy of Mount Mian helps individuals calm their minds, gain wisdom, and find inner peace. One legend tells of a Taoist master who meditated on the mountain for many years until one day he vanished into the mist, leaving behind only traces of his transcendence. With its magnificent natural beauty and deep spiritual significance, Mount Mian is not only a fascinating destination for adventurers, but also a place where people can find peace and connect with the mysteries of the universe. The stone forest is one of the most impressive natural wonders in China, located in Yunnan province. This is a unique geological formation, with limestone pillars towering from 33 feet to 131 feet, standing closely together to form a landscape that looks like a petrified forest. These rock formations have unusual shapes, resembling swords piercing the sky, ancient towers, or even figures of people and animals. The landscape here is especially magical at sunset. As the evening light fades, the last rays of sunshine reflect on the stone cliffs, creating a mystical scene like something out of a fairy tale. Beneath the towering rocks are narrow pathways leading visitors into a giant natural labyrinth. Despite its rugged and mysterious appearance, this area provides a sense of peace and quiet, allowing visitors to admire the unique beauty of nature. According to legend, the stone forest was once an ancient kingdom turned to stone. The story tells of a fairy who fell in love with a mortal man. However, their love was forbidden by the gods. To protect their love, the fairy transformed the entire kingdom into stone, creating the vast stone forest seen today. With a combination of magnificent natural landscapes and mystical legends, the stone forest is not only a geological wonder, but also a place filled with history and spirituality, attracting visitors to explore and uncover the secrets of nature. Jiangbi Lake Scenic Area is located in the Xinjiang region of China and is a prominent tourist destination known for its pristine natural beauty and peaceful atmosphere. Jiangbi Lake is an ideal place for those who enjoy outdoor activities, especially hiking, mountain climbing, and camping. The landscapes here are not only beautiful, but also diverse, with lush forests, clear lakes, and vast open plains. Every season brings a different charm to Jiangbi Lake, especially in spring and summer when the grasslands are lush and green, creating a dreamy and romantic environment. In addition to its natural beauty, Yangbu Scenic Area is also home to ethnic minorities, particularly the Kazakh people. This area is known for the distinctive nomadic culture of the Kazakh people, with traditional festivals and unique cultural activities such as horse riding, playing the horn, and folk games. The special rituals of the Kazakh people, along with their traditional foods, create a unique cultural atmosphere for visitors to experience. Additionally, Yangbu has several historical and cultural relics that reflect the fusion of different cultures in the region. Mount Pan is a famous mountain located in Tianjin, China, known for its magnificent and peaceful natural scenery. The mountain stands at about 500 feet tall, offering a stunning view from the top, where visitors can enjoy the panoramic view of the city and surrounding areas. What makes this place special is the large boulders on the mountain that have unique shapes, creating a mysterious and attractive atmosphere, making visitors feel like they have entered a different world. The air at Mount Pan is always fresh and pleasant, making it an ideal destination for those who enjoy tranquility and peace. In addition to its natural beauty, Mount Pan also holds deep cultural value. This mountain is considered an important pilgrimage site for Chinese people. Temples and shrines are scattered across the mountain, creating a sacred and peaceful space. It is a place where devotees come to pray and seek peace in life. The construction of religious buildings here aims to honor the connection between humans and nature, as well as to show reverence for the spiritual values of the country. Baishishan Mountain is located in Gansu Province, China, known for its magnificent and unique landscapes that attract visitors from all over. The high peaks, steep limestone cliffs, and deep gorges create a majestic setting, like a wild and beautiful natural painting. The mountains here rise up to over 1,200 feet, offering stunning views, especially from the summit. This area is also famous for ancient murals painted on the cliffs, which carry the marks of history and Buddhist culture. These artworks were created by ancient craftsmen, featuring Buddhist images and religious scenes, reflecting the fusion of art and belief. Not only are these magnificent artworks, but they also serve as witnesses to a period of strong spiritual development in this area. In addition to the natural beauty, Baishishan is considered a sacred place for local people and pilgrims. It is known as a Buddhist pilgrimage site, where visitors can admire the murals and experience the peaceful, serene atmosphere. Buddhists often come here to pray, seek peace, and attain liberation in life. These spiritual traditions have been preserved for centuries, adding to the allure of Baishishan. Huishan Town Ancestral Hall is an important cultural site located in Huishan Town, Wuxi City, Jiangsu Province, China. It is a traditional temple built to honor the ancestors, particularly the great ancestors of families in the area. The hall is not only a place of reverence, but also a symbol of respect for family, lineage, and tradition. Inside the hall, visitors can admire artworks, Buddhist statues, and sculptures that reflect the culture of ancient China. The architecture of Huishan Town Ancestral Hall is unique, with intricate carvings, curved rooftops, and images that illustrate historical stories, creating a sacred and impressive atmosphere. In addition to its cultural significance, the hall is also attractive to tourists because of the surrounding natural landscape. Its location near Huishan Ancient Town and nearby mountains creates a harmonious space between architecture and nature. According to legend, Huishan Town Ancestral Hall was built in the 14th century during the Ming Dynasty. In ancient times, a noble family in the area decided to construct the hall to honor their ancestors and pray for peace and prosperity for their descendants. Over the centuries, the hall has become a symbol of resilience and a tribute to the family values of the local people. Lushan West Sea Scenic Area is one of the famous tourist spots in China, located to the west of the Lushan mountain range. This area stands out with its pristine and breathtaking natural landscapes, especially the crystal-clear lake that reflects the majestic mountains and the deep blue sky. The landscape here not only offers tranquility, but also provides a relaxing and pleasant feeling for those who visit. Lushan West Sea is also known for its pristine forests, diverse plant life, and cool climate throughout the year, making it an ideal destination for nature lovers. In terms of culture, Lushan West Sea is famous not only for its natural beauty but also for its deep historical and cultural significance. This area was once the site of many important events in ancient dynasties, especially for scholars and monks. With its peaceful and serene environment, Lushan West Sea is a place where many people come to reflect and seek inner peace in their lives. The cultural values of this area relate to the harmony between humans and nature, symbolizing tranquility and a return to one's roots. Tianzhu Mountain is located in Anhui Province, China, and is a prominent mountain known for its majestic and grand natural scenery. This mountain is famous for its steep cliffs, towering peaks, and deep valleys, creating a pristine and mysterious natural space. When the mist covers the area, the scenery becomes hazy and mystical, like a living painting created by nature. The dense forests with fresh air combined with waterfalls cascading down high cliffs create a breathtaking landscape. The clear streams and peaceful lakes further enhance the serene beauty of Tianzhu Mountain, making it an ideal location for trekking and mountain climbing activities. Tianzhu Mountain also stands out with its deep cultural and spiritual values. It is an important religious site for both locals and visitors. The mountain is home to many ancient temples and historical sites, where rituals honoring mountain gods are held. Tianzhu Mountain is also a pilgrimage site, attracting many worshippers seeking peace and a connection with sacred nature. Spiritual events and ceremonies continue to be held annually, creating a space full of sanctity and mystery. World Devil City Scenic Area is one of the most special and strange places in China. Located in the middle of a dry and wide desert, this place stands out with Yandang landform, a type of landscape shaped by wind and rain over millions of years. Visitors will see hundreds of giant rocks with strange shapes like castles, animals, stone pillars, and even human figures. These rock formations can be tens of feet tall and stretch for miles, making it feel like walking into an abandoned city on another planet. At sunset or sunrise, light shines on the cliffs and makes the whole area glow in bright orange and red colors. When the wind is strong, this place makes whistling sounds like howling or crying, a natural sound that gives visitors chills and is why it's called Devil City. According to an old legend, this land was once a rich city, but because of greed and betrayal, the gods got angry and turned the whole city into stone. Local people believe that on windy nights, the howling sounds are the cries of the souls who were turned into stone, trapped here forever. That story has been passed down through generations, making this place not only a natural wonder, but also a land of mystery that moves and fascinates all visitors. Nangshan is an ancient town located in Zhejiang Province, China. Known for its beautiful and unique landscape, deeply rooted in traditional culture. The town stands out with its peaceful canals, old houses, and stone bridges crossing over rivers, creating a special historical atmosphere. The landscape in Nangshan is surrounded by red-tiled houses, ancient stone walls, and moss-covered paths, giving visitors a sense of nostalgia and tranquility. The small rivers winding through the town create a natural scene like a beautiful painting, captivating all who visit. The houses here not only symbolize wealth, but also preserve traditional Chinese cultural and artistic values. Nangshan is also tied to some interesting spiritual stories. According to legend, this place was once a religious center where spiritual activities and rituals were held solemnly. Many ancient temples in Nangshan were built to worship deities and ancestors, becoming sacred places that local people venerate. These historical events and beliefs have been passed down through generations and are an inseparable part of the town's cultural charm. Mount Hua is one of the most famous and dangerous mountains in China. Its highest peak reaches about 7,087 feet, and it is known for its narrow paths along steep cliffs. One of the main highlights is the wooden plank path attached to the side of the mountain, where visitors must wear safety harnesses. Ancient stone steps carved into the mountain hundreds of years ago are still used today. There are also parts of the trail that are only a few inches wide, making people hold on to chains or railings to keep their balance. Mount Hua is also known as a place where monks once lived and practiced meditation. The scenery here mixes sharp, rocky mountains, misty skies, and risky walkways. The Leshan Giant Buddha is located in Sichuan, China, and is the world's largest stone Buddha statue carved directly into a cliff. The statue is about 233 feet tall, with shoulders 92 feet wide, the head 48 feet high, and feet measuring 36 feet long. Construction started in the year 713 during the Tang Dynasty and was finished in 803 to seek protection from river accidents. The statue features a smart drainage system that has protected it from weather damage for centuries. Situated near a beautiful river junction, the Buddha is surrounded by impressive mountains and lush green vegetation, making it spiritually meaningful for local people and Buddhist visitors. Today, the Leshan Giant Buddha is a popular international tourist attraction, contributing significantly to the local economy, while preserving and promoting the unique historical and cultural heritage of China. Pang Kua Lake is one of the most attractive destinations in Tibet, China. The lake is about 7.5 miles long and covers an area of approximately 4 square miles with a maximum depth of about 197 feet. It is located at an altitude of around 11,480 feet above sea level and is surrounded by majestic snow-capped mountains and lush green forests, creating a stunning natural landscape. The scenery here is very unique, with mountain peaks reflecting on the clear surface of the lake, forming an impressive view. What makes the lake special is not only its natural beauty, but also the blend of local spiritual culture. Around the lake, there are ancient temples like Kwazong Gongba Temple, home to many Buddha statues and religious structures typical of culture. On the 15th day of the 4th month in the Tibetan calendar, the locals hold a large festival around the lake, attracting thousands of tourists and pilgrims. This festival is not only an occasion for prayer, but also an opportunity to learn more about the traditional customs of the Tibetan people. The Tengchong Volcanic Hot Springs Scenic Area, located in Yunnan Province, China, stands out with its unique and striking natural landscapes. The area boasts over 80 natural hot springs, with water temperatures reaching up to 96 degrees, creating an impressive hot sea. These hot springs offer a wonderful relaxing effect, providing visitors with a comfortable and refreshing experience. The region is also known for geothermal pools like the Big Boiling Pot, where you can see water bubbling up from the ground and even boil eggs. This is one of the most unique features that visitors can enjoy when visiting this scenic area. In addition, the surrounding mountains and natural scenery enhance the beauty of the area. Culturally, Tengchong is home to several ethnic minorities such as Hui, Achang, Dai, and Lisu. These ethnic groups maintain many traditional customs and practices through generations. Visitors to this area not only get to admire the beauty of nature, but also have the opportunity to participate in unique cultural festivals such as the Torch Festival and traditional worship rituals. The Aizhai, 18 Cave, and Dihang Grand Canyon Scenic Area is a prominent destination in Hunan Province, China. It features the Aizhai Bridge, a 3,861 feet long suspension bridge that stands 1,102 feet high, making it one of the longest and tallest bridges in the world. The bridge offers panoramic views of the Dihang Grand Canyon, a 1.24-mile-long canyon with steep cliffs, rushing waterfalls, and rich vegetation. The canyon is also famous for the silk-weaving waterfall, one of the tallest waterfalls in China with a height of 709 feet. In addition to the majestic natural landscapes, this area attracts visitors with the unique cultural beauty of the Miao people. Shibadong Village, a traditional Miao village, stands out with its unique cast caves and stilted houses. This village preserves many ancient cultural values and attracts visitors not only for its natural beauty, but also for its rich cultural and historical significance. The area is also home to fascinating spiritual stories, including one about a couple who transformed into two stones. Lanya Scenic Area is located in Chuzhou City, Anhui Province, China, renowned for its majestic natural landscapes and rich cultural heritage. Lanya features many tall peaks, with Lanya Peak being the highest at about 3,700 feet. The natural beauty here is shaped by towering limestone mountains, waterfalls, and pristine forests. Visitors can explore prominent spots like the Zuiwen Pavilion, Lankia Temple, and Shinshu Lake. Notably, the area also has crystal-clear springs and intriguing caves, creating a tranquil and mystical atmosphere. Culturally, Lanya represents a harmonious blend of nature and humanity. It is closely tied to various literary figures, poets, and cultural luminaries throughout history. The construction of sites like Zuiwen Pavilion and Lanya Temple not only honors cultural values, but also reflects the connection between people and nature. The Qingzhou Ancient City Tourist Area is located in Qingdao City, Shandong Province, China, and is a prominent destination with a long history and ancient architecture. This ancient city was an important cultural and political center for many centuries in China. The landscape here is very unique, with ancient stone streets, old temples, and traditional houses, all creating a distinctive historical space. The ancient city is also known for its gardens, parks, and beautiful mountain ranges like Tuashan and Yunmen Mention. These mountains not only offer stunning views, but also house valuable Buddhist sculptures. Notably, the Jinjiao Temple is one of the oldest temples built during the Yuan dynasty and attracts many visitors to explore its cultural history. According to legend, Qingzhou is the birthplace of many cultural figures, including Li Qingzhao and Ouyang Su, who made significant contributions to Chinese culture and literature. Stories about these figures are still passed down through generations, adding a mystical and inspiring atmosphere for visitors. The Shibadong Aizhai Dihang Grand Canyon Scenic Area is one of the most famous destinations in Hunan Province, China. Known for its stunning natural landscape, the area stands out with its majestic canyons, towering cliffs, and natural waterfalls. The Aizhai Bridge, in particular, is one of the longest suspension bridges in the world, connecting two cliffs, creating a thrilling and exciting experience for adventurous travelers. Dihang Grand Canyon is known for its awe-inspiring cliffs and cool streams flowing through the rocky crevices, creating a pristine and mysterious landscape. In addition, winding trails take visitors through ancient forests where a tranquil and captivating atmosphere awaits. Shibadong and Dihang are also tied to legends about ancient tribes that lived in deep valleys where they preserved traditional customs and cultures. According to legend, this was the place where these communities found peace in their lives, where nature protected and sheltered them from external dangers. These stories make the area a symbol of living in harmony with nature, a place where people can live peacefully and freely. Mount Song, located in Hunan Province, China, is one of the 5 great mountains of China, known for its magnificent natural landscapes and towering peaks. This vast area features mountains that stretch across the landscape, surrounded by forests of pine trees, creating a tranquil and grand atmosphere. In this area, the most prominent is the Shaolin Monastery, an ancient Buddhist temple founded in 495 AD. Shaolin Monastery is not only an important center for Buddhism, but also the birthplace of Chinese martial arts. Famous martial arts like Kung Fu originated here, attracting tourists and martial artists from around the world to visit and practice. Shaolin Monastery is located on the slopes of Mount Song, where the air is fresh and the view is breathtaking, adding to the reverence and mystique of the temple. The construction of the monastery in this location aims to combine nature, spirituality, and martial arts, forming a unique cultural center. This place is not only a pilgrimage site for Buddhist followers, but also a famous martial arts school, imparting values of morality, patience, and courage. Jagannath is one of the most majestic and mysterious limestone mountain areas located on the edge of the Tibetan Plateau, where nature creates huge stone walls like ancient fortresses. Some mountain peaks here rise above 13,000 feet, surrounding deep valleys and giving the feeling of stepping into a forgotten world from millions of years ago. What makes this place special is the strange shapes of the cliffs, like animal teeth, stone towers, or monster heads, all naturally formed over millions of years with no human touch. At sunrise or sunset, sunlight cuts through thick mist to create the glowing mountain effect, making the whole area shine in golden or fiery orange colors like a mythical landscape. The echo in this place can bounce back several times between the cliffs, making visitors feel like the stones are whispering to them. Jagannath was once described by a German scientist as the most perfect natural stone city in Asia because of its steep cliffs and rock formations that resemble a forgotten prehistoric castle. Local people believe this is a sacred land where ancient spirits live and always show deep respect when walking through narrow mountain paths. Tashador is one of the most majestic and surreal places set in the wild nature of the Tibetan Plateau. At more than 15,400 feet above sea level, this place offers not only a stunning view but also a sky that feels close enough to touch, deep blue and endless. The nearby saltwater lake is one of the highest in the world, yet so clear that you can see the bottom even at more than 60 feet deep. The weather here changes quickly, bringing 3 seasons in one day: soft sunshine in the morning, cold winds at noon, and freezing temperatures at night. The island's rocky cliffs have strange shapes like dragon mouths or arms reaching for the sky, making some believe they are giant stone sculptures. At sunset, golden red light covers the lake and island, creating a glowing and magical view. The sound of the waves echoes like ancient singing, especially at night, adding to the mystery of the place. Jada Earth Forest is one of the rare and majestic ancient earth forests on the Tibetan Plateau, known for thousands of natural earth pillars and cliffs shaped over millions of years. These pillars can reach hundreds of feet high, looking like sharp towers, temples, or fossilized castles, making people think of an ancient city buried by time. The dryness and complete silence highlight the isolation of this place, where there are no trees or animal sounds, only the wind blowing through deep canyons. Local people have long believed this land is sacred, home to ancestral spirits and guardian gods. Many pilgrims think that in this silence they can hear the voice of the earth, a deep, steady sound from nature's core, like the heartbeat of the universe. Some stories tell about people getting lost among the pillars, but being strangely guided, as if helped by an invisible hand. The mix of strange geological landscapes and deep spiritual beliefs makes this place a one-of-a-kind destination that amazes and inspires visitors. Yubing is a village hidden deep in the Meili Snow Mountain Range, located at an altitude of about 9,800 feet, surrounded by snow-covered peaks and vast ancient forests. There are no roads for vehicles here, and the only way to reach the village is by hiking or horseback through steep mountain paths, which keeps Yubing isolated and well-preserved. In winter, snow covers the wooden rooftops and trails, turning the whole village into a quiet fairy tale world in the forest. Besides its stunning beauty, Yubing is also known for its deep spiritual traditions. Local people believe this is a sacred land protected by gods, where ancestral spirits live and watch over their descendants. Traditional rituals, like meditation and prayer, are still practiced with great respect. Some visitors said they felt a gentle energy around them, and some even dreamed of spiritual visions while sleeping in the village. Quona Lake sits at an altitude of about 5,900 feet and is one of the highest and most sacred freshwater lakes in the Tibetan region, known for its untouched nature and surreal beauty. Surrounding the lake are snowy mountains and wide grasslands, forming a majestic and quiet landscape in the open sky. In winter, the lake freezes completely and becomes a white mirror reflecting the sky, giving a magical feeling. What makes this place mysterious is the deep silence and peaceful energy that many visitors feel when standing by the lake. Tibetan people believe that Quona Lake is home to water spirits and a gateway to the spiritual world. They come here to meditate, pray, and perform purification rituals to cleanse their souls. Some people said they heard strange sounds in the air or saw the lake water changing colors at sunrise. Anya Maken is one of the most sacred and mysterious mountain ranges on the Tibetan plateau where majestic landscapes mix with deep spiritual meaning to form a surreal world. Many peaks in this range rise above 2,000 feet and are covered in white snow all year, standing like eternal ice walls that separate people from the spiritual realm. The air here is thin, slowing the breath and sharpening awareness. Many people feel like they are entering a natural meditative state. The deep silence makes every sound, like footsteps or wind, echo clearly, as if touching the edge of the physical and the invisible. Wind passing through the mountain gaps makes a low, steady sound like ancient chanting, adding a sacred feeling to the space. Local legends say only those with spiritual connection can complete the journey to this place, and walking around the mountains is a test of spirit and respect. The night sky here is so bright that people can see thousands of stars and the Milky Way with their own eyes, making it feel like standing in the middle of the universe. Bema Snow Mountain is a majestic snow-covered range on the eastern edge of the Tibetan Plateau with peaks rising from 18,000 to over 21,000 feet high. At the foot of the mountains, dense, temperate forests blend with high grasslands home to rare plants that can only live in extreme climates. Along the mountain paths are prayer stone pillars and scripture walls built by local people over generations. Though small, these spiritual structures show deep belief in the mountain as a guardian god. A mysterious legend says that during rare blue moon nights, a white-robed figure can be seen standing still on the highest peak. Locals believe it is the spirit of an ancient monk who meditated hundreds of years ago and still exists as frozen light. Some climbers have said they felt a strange warmth coming from the snow around that spot even though everything nearby was frozen. This story remains unexplained and is a key part of the mystical traditions surrounding Bema Snow Mountain. Yulong Snow Mountain Hidden Glacier is one of the most majestic hidden glaciers in the highlands, located over 18,000 feet above sea level and covered in white snow all year round. On clear days, sunlight hits the ice surface, making it sparkle like glass, reflecting the deep blue sky and the cold white snow. Around it are steep cliffs and untouched snowy forests with no signs of cities or people. Only the wind and the sound of melting ice echoing through the rocks. Along old mountain paths, visitors still find simple prayer stone pillars and main towers built by pilgrims centuries ago to ask for blessings while crossing this sacred land. A local legend says that on a bright moonlit night after a big snowstorm, a nomad saw the figure of a person in a white fur coat quietly walking on the ice before disappearing into the fog. This strange story lives on in the hearts of the local people, making this place both grand and mysterious. Yeren Cave is famous for having the highest number of reported sightings of a strange human-like creature in China. Locals and research teams have found giant footprints around 16 inches long, deeply pressed into the ground, far larger than normal human feet. The cave's inner structure is made of ancient limestone, forming bizarre stalactites shaped like human faces, giant hands, or creatures screaming. When sunlight hits the cave from a specific angle, A tall shadow appears in the beam of light, resembling a being hiding in the dark. Some visitors have reported feeling watched when going deep into the cave, even when walking in groups. Electronic devices like radios and wave detectors often lose signal at specific spots inside the cave for unknown reasons. Deep growling sounds are sometimes heard at night, like from a large animal, though no living creature has been found. Tianqi Crater is one of the highest volcanic crater lakes in Asia, located at about 7,200 feet above sea level. The lake is nearly perfectly circular, surrounded by steep cliffs and sharp mountain ridges that look like blades. The water color changes with the seasons and lighting, sometimes deep blue like a gemstone, sometimes reflecting the sky like a mirror. The lake is about 1,000 feet deep, making its bottom largely unexplored and adding to its mystery. Many people have reported seeing dark shapes moving under the water, leading to theories about mysterious lake creatures. Sometimes spiral-shaped clouds form right above the lake, as if opening a portal between heaven and earth. Formed by a massive volcanic eruption thousands of years ago, this place still preserves its natural grandeur and stands as a crossroads of geology, climate, and mysterious legends. Xiaosu Ice Valley is one of the most impressive natural ice valleys in Asia, known for its extremely rare blue ice phenomenon. This happens when snow and ice are compressed under high pressure and low temperatures, removing air bubbles and allowing light to pass through with a glowing blue color. In winter, the whole valley turns into a surreal world of giant ice blocks shaped like blades, crystal pillars, or ancient walls. During sunrise or sunset, the ice glows in soft purple or golden orange tones, creating a mysterious scene like another planet. Some of these ice blocks stay all year round, without needing any man-made preservation. This makes scientists compare it to a living laboratory for studying ice phenomena found on distant frozen planets. The mix of tough terrain, harsh climate, and rare ice formations has made Xiaosu Ice Valley a one-of-a-kind natural destination. Shuibao Mountain is one of the most majestic permanent snow mountains on the eastern edge of the Tibetan Plateau, standing about 1,300 feet tall. Snow covers it all year, creating a white fairy tale landscape between sky and earth. On clear days, sunlight reflects off the ice, making it sparkle like crystal. Steep and dangerous rock cliffs make reaching the top very difficult, even for expert climbers. A special scene called the Sea of Clouds often appears where clouds float across the mountainside like a heavenly bridge. The area around the mountain is home to rare wild animals and plants, many of which only survive in cold and high places. Some plants found here are valuable medicinal herbs, making the place important for scientific research. The summit was first reached in 1986 and still draws nature lovers and adventurers today. It is a symbol for those who love extreme exploration and high-altitude challenges. With its mix of ancient geology, harsh weather, and rare ecosystems, Shuibao Mountain is like a natural laboratory in the sky. Mount Minyakonka is one of the most majestic mountains in Asia, reaching about 204,790 feet high and earning the name the Secret Everest of the East. Its scenery looks surreal, with deep valleys, ancient glaciers, and snow covering the peaks all year round. Hidden inside the cliffs are ice caves filled with crystal formations that shine in blue like a glass world from another planet. The valley around the mountain is silent and cold, and many expeditions have turned back because of fast-changing weather and thick fog. Some spots near the summit have strange magnetic fields that make GPS devices act strangely, adding to the mystery. Locals believe that only people with pure hearts can see the whole mountain clearly on a bright day, as if it were a sacred land. It is a land of secrets that stretches beyond human imagination. Baishuatai Terraces is one of the largest and most stunning natural white limestone terraces located at about 7,800 feet above sea level. The terraces were formed by calcium carbonate deposits in spring water over hundreds of thousands of years, creating a bright white stone surface. With its pure beauty, surreal landscape, and natural value, Baishuatai Terraces is truly one of the most mysterious and impressive highland destinations. Ganga South Face Cliffs is one of the most dangerous and majestic cliff faces in Asia, standing about 24,790 feet tall, with slopes ranging from 60 to 70 degrees. The cliff rises like a giant wall of ice, where thick snow and sudden storms can strike without warning. Experts once believed the cliffs were unclimbable due to their extreme conditions. Yet the deadly beauty continues to attract adventurers from around the globe. Nyingchi Pine Forest Mountains is one of the last remaining primeval forests at more than 9,800 feet above sea level, called a green oasis in the harsh Tibetan plateau. Its pine trees stretch endlessly with ancient trunks, some so wide that 3 people can't wrap around them. The scenery changes by season, with white snow in winter, blooming flowers in spring, lush green in summer, and red and gold leaves in fall. In the early morning, the whole forest floats in mist, making it look like a fairy tale land. Light wind blows through the trees, making soft rustling sounds in the quiet air. Nyingchi Pine Forest Mountains is not just a forest, but a symbol of wildlife and untouched nature in Tibet's sacred land. Chamu Goddess Mountain is a sacred mountain known for its gentle beauty rising from the Grand Plateau and a shape like a woman lying on her side across the land. Later, a bright red flower bloomed from a crack in the rock at that exact spot, appearing only one day a year before disappearing without a trace. Locals believe the flower is the man's heart turned into a gift of love for the goddess. Daegu Glacier Hidden Pass is one of the most unusual and stunning glacier sites in the southwest plateau of China, located between about 2,467 feet and 6,700 feet. It is one of the world's youngest glaciers, discovered in 1992 through satellite images, showing that nature still holds many hidden wonders. Daegu Glacier Hidden Pass is a place where ice, light, and life come together like a world from imagination. Zhongjiji Ghost City Cliffs is one of the most mysterious cliff sites in China, with ancient stone structures hanging over 300 feet high, making it feel like a forgotten city in the sky. Stone stairways lead to small rooms near the edge of the cliffs, some with no railings, as if people once lived right on the edge of life and death. Some large rocks have strange markings that look like ancient characters, but no one has been able to fully decode them. At certain times of the day, thick fog covers the whole area, and visibility drops to just a few feet, making the place seem to vanish into the clouds. Some stone tunnels go hundreds of feet deep and then suddenly stop in the darkness, with no clear purpose or end. Even though the structures look like homes and walkways, no daily tools or personal items have ever been found, as if people were once there but never really lived. The color of the rocks changes with the light, from silver gray in the morning to golden at sunset and dark purple at night, making the landscape feel surreal, magical, and eerie. Ruigai Swamp Mountains is one of the most unique high-altitude wetlands in Asia, sitting over 11,000 feet above sea level, where mountains, swamps, snow, and grasslands meet in one space. The swamp surface changes color with the seasons, from moss green to golden and bright red in autumn, forming a moving natural painting. When walking on the ground, people can feel a slight shake, as if the earth is breathing, a rare effect that feels like stepping on a living creature. Some areas have deep mud pits hidden under soft moss that can swallow a person if stepped on incorrectly, making movement risky. From above, the streams and soft land create spiral shapes and circular patterns, like abstract art. Many people lose their sense of direction when going deeper, as every direction looks the same with no clear markers. Even GPS devices have been reported to act strangely when near the central area, adding to the mystery. Lidong's Sacred Mountain Zone is one of the highest and most mysterious holy mountain regions in China, with many peaks rising over 16,000 feet and often covered in thick white clouds. People here believe this area is home to sacred spirits, and walking clockwise around the mountains can purify the soul. At special times, some have seen strange lights moving around the peaks or shadowy figures appearing in the mist, making the scene magical and hard to believe. Some paths into the area have no signs, and people rely on prayer flags or stacked stones to find direction. In complete silence, people can hear their own footsteps and even their heartbeat. Some electronic devices have stopped working or glitched when taking photos around the mountain, as if the place refuses to be captured by technology. Those who have visited and walked around this sacred land say they feel awakened, like they touched something beyond the physical world. Ximen Mystic Valley is one of the most mysterious valleys in China, where sounds can echo in strange ways. A soft voice may repeat many times like someone is replying from thin air. Huge rocks over 30 feet tall are stacked on top of each other, without human help, staying firm for thousands of years without falling. The color of the rocks changes with the moisture, sometimes silver gray, other times light purple or soft blue, as if the stones are changing with the mood of the valley. Some travelers who took photos here said the images turned blurry or had strange lighting even in normal weather. Many people said they heard footsteps, light tapping, or felt someone walking behind them even when no one was there. Some rock shapes look like dragon heads, old faces, or mythical creatures, making people think of a lost ancient world. In the deep silence, people who stay in the valley for a while feel like time slows down, as if the space itself is frozen. Kongding's Misty Ridge is a majestic and dreamy mountain range known for its thick fog that covers it almost all day. At the mountain peaks, visitors may witness the mountain halo effect, where a person's shadow appears on the mist surrounded by a glowing circle of light. Some old stone huts and watchtowers still stand scattered along the slopes, connected to ancient trails used by pilgrims. A legend tells of a young monk who once climbed the mountain to meditate through the winter. After 3 months he did not return, and when villagers searched, they found no trace except a soft yellow light floating where he used to meditate. Zhonggu's Secret Valley is a hidden valley in the high mountains covered by dense ancient forests and thick mist all year round. Nature here is wild but balanced with hundreds of rare plant species, forest birds, and colorful butterflies flying freely along forest paths. Locals believe Zhonggu is a sacred place where mountain spirits live, and only those with pure hearts can enter deep into the valley. A famous legend tells of a little girl who got lost in the forest for 3 days and no one could find her. On the 4th day, she suddenly returned calm and healthy, saying a white-haired woman led her back over a bridge of mist. No one ever saw the bridge or knew who the woman was, but the small footprints on wet stone were still there as proof. People believe the valley holds a hidden world that protects those who are truly connected to it. Luolong Sealed Rock Forest is one of the strangest and most haunting rock forests in China, where stone pillars over 60 feet tall stand in rows like a frozen army trapped in time. Some rocks look like sealed gates with deep, narrow cracks that seem to invite entry but cannot be passed through, leading people to call it a sealed forest. Some travelers using GPS or compasses have reported suddenly losing direction while entering the center of the forest. Certain stones have shapes that resemble screaming faces, stretched arms, or twisted bodies, giving the feeling that this place captured a moment of painful transformation. Locals believe this forest was once a site of an ancient ritual and has been sealed where time and space no longer follow normal rules. Standing inside the forest, some people describe feeling like they are in another dimension, where the air feels heavy, movement slows down, and the line between real and unreal starts to disappear. Daotang River Mountain Pass is one of the most beautiful and majestic mountain paths in China. The area is known for the Daotang River, flowing powerfully with crystal clear water, where you can see all the way to the bottom. The surrounding cliffs are towering stone pillars over 300 feet tall, lined up like natural gates, forming a stunning and mysterious landscape. Many believe that this place holds powerful spiritual energy, bringing good fortune to those who bravely cross this dangerous path. Luke Snow Basin is a cold and surreal snow valley where snow can fall even during summer, under clear skies and warm sunlight. The view of snow covering everything under the sun makes visitors feel like they have entered a completely different and unfamiliar dimension. At over 13,000 feet high, the thin air and low pressure often leave newcomers feeling dizzy and struggling to adapt to the harsh environment. The entire valley is almost completely silent, with no bird calls or insect noise, only the sound of wind sweeping across the snowy surface. When rare sunlight breaks through the fog and hits the snow, the whole valley lights up with a shine like it's covered in broken glass. At times, snow and fog become so thick that visibility drops below 3 feet, turning everything around into a floating, dreamlike white world. Visitors often say they completely lose track of time here, feeling like just a few hours stretch out into a full day. Luke Snow Basin is a land where nature dominates fully, reminding us how small and dependent we are in the face of true wilderness. Fenghuang Valley is a wild and mysterious valley deep within the highlands, so strange that it feels like stepping into an entirely different world. One of its most remarkable features is the powerful natural echo. Your voice can bounce back up to 3 times, thanks to the massive bowl-shaped rock formation surrounding the valley. On days when thick fog rolls in, visibility can drop below 2 feet, wrapping the entire area in a white blur that feels like the outside world has disappeared. The vegetation here also looks otherworldly. Large trees grow straight out of vertical rock walls without soil, appearing like alien life forms clinging to stone. At night, moss and lichen begin to glow with a faint green light, casting a dreamlike glow across the entire valley and creating an atmosphere that feels like a fairy tale. Wind whistles through the cracks in the rocks, producing long, eerie tones that sound like whispers from an unseen presence following travelers. With no phone signal or internet, the valley becomes a total blackout zone, entirely cut off from the modern world. Local legend says that anyone brave enough to sleep here alone will see the same vision, a massive stone gate rising from the mist, calling them into a forgotten ancient realm. Bema Ridge Echo Cave is a special cave where sound, light, and natural rock shapes create a surreal and sacred space. In some parts of the cave, a simple finger snap can echo for nearly 10 seconds, making it feel like the rocks are answering with a hidden voice. There is a spiral-shaped area where sound disappears completely, forming a rare zone of perfect silence in nature. Some rocks look like giant human faces, and when dim light passes through cracks, these faces seem to move or breathe slightly, giving a chilling feeling of being watched. The cave roof is so high you can't see the top, and echoes from above can arrive nearly 2 seconds late, as if the stone is whispering from another dimension. There is no electricity, no man-made sound, only darkness, cold air, and echoes. Bema Ridge Echo Cave is not just a cave, but a place where time, sound, and space become one. Pumi Sacred Ridge is a sacred mountain range deeply connected to the beliefs of the Pumi people, where they believe the spirits of their ancestors still live and protect future generations. Every early morning, sunlight passes through thick fog and creates rays that look like hands reaching down from the sky, a natural sign of blessing. Some large stones standing alone on the peaks are seen as sky pillars, and only pure-hearted people are allowed to touch them. The spiral shape of the ridge is seen as a symbol of universal rebirth, showing the harmony between humans and nature. In winter, when snow covers the ridge, the whole mountain looks like a sleeping white dragon, a holy sign of protection and renewal. The Pumi believe that dreaming of this ridge means their ancestors are guiding them, a spiritual signal full of mystery. Many visitors also say they feel a special energy coming from the rocks, and the fresh air here brings strange peace to the soul. Pumi's Sacred Ridge is not just a natural wonder, but a living spiritual map where every stone and breeze carries an ancient, untold story. Ghansi Trident Ridge is a steep limestone mountain range with 3 tall peaks rising like giant spears pointed into the sky, called the Weapons of the Gods, in open space. The rock walls here are almost vertical, making it feel like a supernatural force split the earth into 3 powerful parts. On cold mornings, clouds and fog swirl around the peaks, making the mountains look like they are floating in the air, a flying mountain effect that stuns visitors. When sunlight passes through the mist, the rocks change color, from silver in the morning to deep purple in the evening, as if the mountains are breathing with time. Strong wind through the stone gaps creates strange sounds like horns echoing from the ground, adding a sacred and mysterious feeling to the area. Some peaks are taller than 13,000 feet, where low air pressure and strong wind can make an adult lose balance without holding tight. There is a rock face that reflects glowing light at sunset known as the Eye of the Sacred Peak, a rare moment that lasts only a few minutes each day. Many people who come here say they don't just see rocks and mountains, but feel a quiet energy silently watching and connecting with them. Shangri-La Gorges is a legendary canyon region where nature amazes not only with size, but also with strange phenomena. Some canyons here are deeper than 6,500 feet, making people feel like they are staring into a bottomless pit. The terrain changes height quickly, so every step feels like entering a new world. Thick fog can cover everything, sometimes hiding a whole group of people in seconds. When wind blows through the deep gaps, the echo sounds like distant chanting, creating a holy and surreal feeling. Rainbows often appear even without rain, formed by special moisture and slanting sunlight. Some parts of the canyon do not get sunlight for many months, forming mysterious eternal dark zones. Navigation devices sometimes lose signal here, as if an invisible force is blocking them. The feeling of complete silence also shocks many people. No wind, no sounds. With all these features, Shangri-La Gorges is not just a natural wonder, but a place where time and space seem to bend, taking people beyond reality. Qinghai Hashil is one of the wildest lands on Earth where humans can barely survive because of harsh climate and extreme terrain. It sits at an average elevation above 14,000 feet, where temperatures often drop to -40 degrees Fahrenheit, and winds can blow tents away. The landscape is very strange, with dry grasslands, cold deserts, salty lakes, and permanent glaciers all in one area. One amazing fact is that a rare antelope species migrates over 200 miles just to give birth here, a behavior scientists still cannot fully explain. Many people have experienced hallucinations here because of low oxygen and air pressure, feeling like they are being pulled into another world. Electronic devices like GPS or radios often lose signal or break down deep in the area, making research very hard. This is also where many people have mysteriously disappeared, so some call it the Bermuda Triangle of the Highlands. With its mix of frozen lakes, grasslands, and deserts, Qinghai Hashil is a living museum of raw nature and a place that tests the limits of human life.